This is your Galactic Vibrational forecast for the week. Recapping from last week, we had some technical difficulties and couldn't post the video. So last week we talked about ancestral DNA continuing to heal and old karma rising to the surface, which means old karmic connections between you and certain loved ones, friends, coworkers, bosses, people that you meet. All of those karmic connections are healing and clearing out as you're anchoring in new light and allowing additional love to come in, divine love. So this week, when we come into that, we're reminded to focus on the abundance that's coming in. All of the abundance that's coming in is related to ourself, how we see ourselves, how we value ourselves, and how we portray ourselves to the world, and how we work our inner dialogue with ourselves. This is including our inner voice, but I mean our inner voice, the way that we talk to ourselves. So we're having an inner dialogue. You may have noticed your inner dialogue changing, or you may have noticed your inner dialogue getting a little intense. Sometimes that can include self-criticism. Either way, you're reminded to pay attention to that inner voice. Make the correction. Ask for the correction to happen. Ask for your thoughts to stop. Catch yourself. Catch yourself when you're doing negative criticism within your inner voice. Or if you're hearing literally negative voices from others coming in and destroying your inner peace. Because this week is going to be about creating a shield of inner peace, focusing on inner peace, and creating that energy throughout the week. You may have to stand your ground a little bit as old energies are rising to the surface, as you may find people maybe not in the best moods, people are getting cranky and emotional. That's okay. It's because all that energy is rising to the surface now. Doesn't matter. We just need to focus on staying clear, staying in our center of peace. If we each do that, we become a piece of the puzzle, and we each can create that ripple effect. Just stay in your bubble of peace this week. Stay in your heart center. So when it comes to our relationships and our connections to others, there's a new energy coming in that is going to allow for more fulfilling connections and deeper resonance with the people that you either connect with, and that can include relationships that you're currently in. Some of you may find as you're listening to your inner voice, some of the relationships do not reflect that higher energy, and that's what will need to change. So look at that as a positive thing, as growth, rather than some kind of stumbling block, and you'll move beyond that. It's not always about you. Remember, sometimes people are experiencing a lot of drama, so take that into effect when they react to you. Just remain in your shielded light bubble, if you will. So as that movement is coming in, as in regards to relationships, you're going to find all that new energy coming in is creating a new base across the board. It's asking you now and telling you now, you have a choice. You have a choice how these things will go. Granted, you cannot control others' behavior. Shh, you don't. No matter how you try to manifest, you can't manifest against someone's will. So if somebody's in a bad mood and they're having a moment, that's free will. Let them be in a bad mood and have a moment. Come together when there's peace. Come together when you've taken time apart. So if you find yourself being in a bad mood, just take time to have your moment and time apart. Now what's interesting as we go in later into the week, you're going to find that your passion, what's connected to your heart center is really going to be opening up, and you may be more connected to your passions, your dreams, and your goals. As we're opening up to that divine love, all that layers of junk that were there before and getting in the way of us focusing on our goals and our dreams and our passions and whatever that truly drives our souls and makes us feel alive is sort of bubbling to the surface now and coming to the surface. And you may see that in your desire to create a more meaningful career, more meaningful relationships, more meaningful, established, whatever it is. It's very physical now. It's going to be physical and hitting us in a more grounded way. So that means in the physical world. So this includes our career, how we make money, how we utilize our creative fire. You may find you have a lot of creative fire this week, or you may be very tired. So the fire and this new energy can exhaust you. Just continue to work on raising your vibration. Again, go back into your peace bubble, and you'll find yourself being renewed because you're integrating with this energy now. This week, you'll find yourself integrating with that, and it'll be like you'll feel kind of like a new human being or a new child. Really, just taking your first steps. So be patient with yourself. That's going to be the ultimate goal this week, is just be patient with yourself. Spiritually speaking and moving forward this week, what we really want to focus on is creating new energetic and spiritual boundaries. This includes revamping your spiritual hygiene. You're going to need to use different tools than you've used before because the energy out there is very intense. You're also finding that these higher vibrations that are extremely high vibrations that you may not normally have access to will start to come in, and they are going to require a higher responsibility, a more intense responsibility on our part to stay in our center of peace and allow that. And as that continues to push through us and integrate with us, we'll be coming more into our power and using our throat chakras, and especially our third eye chakras. If you've noticed any pulsing or buzzing in our third eye chakras, our clairvoyance is literally beginning to wake up, and we may have more intense dreams. We may have like a feeling of pressure or sort of a headache as that area is being cleared out, as the pineal gland is being reactivated in some of you, and simply tuned up in others, or brought to an entirely new octave for some as well. So this is a higher self-regulated, what do you want to call that, permission to allow some of this light to come in. So we're always receiving these codes and these lights from all the galactic sources, as well as straight from the source, that are meant to be for our benefit and to raise our collective consciousness and our spiritual vibration, so that we can be sort of what you want to call gods and goddesses on earth, and understanding our spirituality and live a fulfilled life of joy, and be those beacons to allow others and facilitate others into that life of joy. So remember, just be patient with yourself this week. Allow your clairvoyance to begin to open up. Even just talking about it, I can feel the pulsating energy projecting from the third eye. This means we're going to be very active in our dreams and our goals, and we want to just run light through that area to keep it clear and pristine, so we're not kept up at night and we're not connected to some of the drama and the chaos that may be happening around us or in our lives. So thank you for tuning in this week, and let's connect again next week as well and see where the energies are. And if we need to incorporate a meditation, I'll just allow the video, or the vlog, if you will, forecast to be guided by spirit, and if we need to do some grounding. So have a very blessed week.